Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're counting down 10 of the absolute best everyday tough watches, timepieces built not for the display cabinet, but for the real world, for the hike, the job site, the camping trip, the gym, the commute, and everything in between. These are watches that don't ask to be babied, don't flinch at rain or mud or rough handling, and don't cost a fortune to replace if the worst happens. Some are mechanical, some are solar, some are quartz, but every single one on this list earns its place through toughness, reliability, and exceptional value for money. If you want a watch you can genuinely forget about and just wear, you're in exactly the right place. Let's get into it. Number 10. Casio G-Shock DW5600E Classic Square. Every conversation about tough everyday watches begins here, and with very good reason. The Casio G-Shock DW5600E is as close to a perfect object as consumer watchmaking has ever produced. It is the direct descendant of the original 1983 G-Shock concept, the one born from engineer Kikuo Ibei's obsession with creating a watch that could survive being dropped from a 3-story building, and it has not strayed far from that original brief in the decades since. The square case is immediately iconic, recognized around the world from military barracks to fashion runways to skate parks. Shock-resistant construction and 200 meters of water resistance mean this watch laughs at the conditions that would destroy most timepieces. The DW5600E runs on a standard battery with a claimed 7-year life, features a backlit digital display, stopwatch, countdown timer, and world time functions. Everything the practical wearer could ask for in a compact, no-nonsense package. It weighs almost nothing on the wrist, fits under any sleeve, and is available in enough colorways to suit any taste. At its price point, the DW5600E is quite simply one of the best purchases you can make in the entire watch world. The Casio G-Shock DW5600E retails for approximately $49.69 USD. Number 9. Seiko SNK809 Automatic Field Watch. The Seiko SNK809 is the watch that converted a generation of young enthusiasts to mechanical timekeeping, and it's not difficult to understand why. For a price that barely registers as a serious purchase, the SNK809 delivers a genuine Japanese automatic movement, a proper canvas NATO strap, and a field watch aesthetic so clean and purposeful that it looks equally at home on a mountain trail and at a casual Friday desk. The 37mm stainless steel case is slim and unobtrusive with a matte olive green dial, bold Arabic numerals, and a day-date display that adds everyday practicality without cluttering the face. Inside beats Seiko's Caliber 7S26, the same dependable automatic workhorse found in the legendary SKX007, running at 21,600 vibrations per hour with a 41-hour power reserve. It is not the most accurate movement in the world, but it is extraordinarily robust, widely serviceable, and entirely appropriate for a watch at this price. The SNK809 is the watch that proves mechanical doesn't have to mean expensive, precious, or fragile. You wind it on your wrist throughout the day, you get on with your life, and it keeps going. Simple, honest, deeply satisfying. The Seiko SNK809 automatic field watch retails for approximately $70.95 USD. Number 8. Orient Mako II Automatic Diver. The Orient Mako II keeps appearing on best value lists because it simply refuses to be knocked off its perch, a fully capable automatic dive watch at a price that makes every competitor above it stop and reconsider. The 41.5mm stainless steel case is substantial without being oversized, with a unidirectional rotating bezel, screw-down crown, and 200 meters of water resistance that genuinely qualify this as a professional dive instrument. The in-house Orient Caliber F6922 movement with hacking seconds, hand-winding, and a 40-hour power reserve demonstrates a level of respect for the buyer that many brands at double the price fail to match. The sunburst dial in blue, black, or silver catches light beautifully and reads effortlessly, while the lume on the hands and indices performs solidly in low light conditions. The bracelet is well constructed for the price, and the overall fit and finish speak to a manufacturer that takes pride in its product even at the entry level. Whether you're taking it into open water or just want the security of genuine water resistance for an active life, the Mako II delivers without drama and without disappointment. The Orient Mako II automatic diver retails for approximately $175 to $220 USD. Number 7, Timex Expedition Scout TW4 B02500. The Timex Expedition Scout TW4 B02500 is the no-nonsense field watch that does everything right for a price so low it almost feels like shoplifting. Timex has been making dependable, hard-wearing timepieces for American everyday use since 1854, and the Expedition Scout is the purest modern expression of that heritage. A watch built entirely around the idea that a timepiece should be a reliable tool, nothing more and nothing less. The 40mm brass case is paired with a canvas or leather strap, giving it an authentic outdoor character that synthetic alternatives simply cannot replicate. The clear, uncluttered analog dial with bold indices and luminous hands reads instantly in any light condition. No fumbling, no squinting, just the time, clearly and immediately. Water-resistant to 50 meters, shock-resistant, and powered by a simple quartz movement with multi-year battery life, the Scout is the kind of watch you put on in the morning without thinking about it and go do things. It handles heat, cold, rain, and rough handling without complaint. For hikers, campers, students, or anyone who simply wants a trustworthy analog watch that won't demand any attention, the Timex Expedition Scout is the answer, and at this price, there is absolutely zero reason not to own one. The Timex Expedition Scout TW4 B0500 retails for approximately $39 to $55 USD. Number 6. Casio Pro Trek PRG 250 Triple Sensor. The Casio Pro Trek PRG 250 is the watch for people who take the outdoors seriously, not as an aesthetic but as an activity. Equipped with Casio's triple sensor technology, the PRG 250 packs an altimeter, barometer, digital compass, and thermometer into a tough, solar-powered package that becomes a genuine outdoor instrument rather than simply a watch. The altimeter tracks elevation change in real time, invaluable for hikers and mountaineers reading terrain. The barometer monitors atmospheric pressure to help predict weather changes before they arrive, potentially life-saving information in exposed mountain environments. The digital compass orients you with clarity when trails disappear or landmarks confuse. All three functions are accessible with straightforward button navigation, and the solar charging system means you never have to think about batteries in the field, a practical advantage that reveals its full value on multi-day expeditions. The resin case and strap are built to handle genuine outdoor abuse, and the water resistance to 100 meters ensures rain and stream crossings cause zero concern. This is the watch for the person who uses their gear rather than admires it. The Casio Pro Trek PRG 250 retails for approximately $130 to $180 USD. Number 5. Citizen EcoDrive B8180 Corso. The Citizen EcoDrive B8180 Corso is the elegant proof that practical and stylish are not mutually exclusive. Citizen's EcoDrive technology, which powers the movement from any light source, natural or artificial, storing energy in a titanium lithium-ion cell, means this is a watch you quite literally never need to wind charge or battery replace under normal wearing conditions. A full charge powers the BM8180 for up to 6 months in total darkness, making it one of the most genuinely low-maintenance timepieces ever conceived. The 40mm stainless steel case is clean and versatile, polished enough to wear with a dress shirt, understated enough not to look out of place in the field. The simple two-hand analog dial is immediately legible with a refined hour scale and no unnecessary complications cluttering the face. Water resistance to 50 meters covers all the practical demands of everyday life. What the BM8180 represents beyond its considerable individual merits is the ultimate answer to the question of what to wear when you simply want a watch that is always ready, always accurate, and never demands anything from you. The Citizen EcoDrive BM8180 Corso retails for approximately $149 to $195 USD. Number 4, Vostok Amphibia Automatic Diver. The Vostok Amphibia is unlike anything else on this list, or on almost any other list for that matter. A product of Soviet engineering ingenuity born in the 1960s, the Amphibia was designed for military and civilian diving use under the constraint of Cold War industrial practicality. It had to be tough, repairable, reliable, and manufacturable at scale. What the engineers at the Chistopol watch factory created was a case construction of genuine brilliance, one where increasing water pressure actually compresses the case inward, improving the seal at depth rather than fighting against it. The result is a dive watch rated to 200 meters that has been tested and has performed well beyond that specification in real-world use. The caliber 24 16B movement inside is simple, robust, and repairable by any competent watchmaker anywhere in the world. The domed acrylic crystal, porthole-shaped case, and wildly varied dial designs available across the Amphibia range give it a personality so distinct and so characterful that collectors frequently find themselves owning multiple examples without quite knowing how it happened. At its price, the Vostok Amphibia is genuinely irreplaceable. There is nothing else on Earth that offers this combination of engineering ingenuity, historical depth, and sheer eccentric charm for anywhere near the asking price. The Vostok Amphibia Automatic Diver retails for approximately $70, $130 USD. Number 3, Casio G-Shock GA2100 CasiOak. The Casio G-Shock GA2100, universally nicknamed the CasiOak for its striking visual resemblance to a certain legendary Swiss luxury sports watch, arrived in 2019 and immediately became one of the most talked about affordable watches of the decade. The achievement Casio pulled off with this design is genuinely remarkable. An octagonal bezel integrated into a round case, producing a silhouette that feels simultaneously bold and elegant tool watch and fashion piece, streetwear and boardroom. The ultra-thin profile at just 11.8 mm, extraordinarily slim for a G-Shock, means it disappears under a cuff with ease, something no previous G-Shock had quite managed. The analog digital display offers the clarity of traditional hands alongside the utility of a digital readout for secondary functions. Shock resistance, 200-meter water resistance, and G-Shock's proven build quality sit underneath all of that design sophistication, meaning the CasiOak is not merely style pretending to be substance. It is one of those rare watches that succeeds simultaneously as a design object and as a genuinely practical everyday tool. Available in an ever-expanding range of colorways and special editions, it has built a following that shows no signs of fading. The Casio G-Shock GA2100 CasiOak retails for approximately $99 to $130 USD. Number 2, Seiko 5 Sports SNZF17 Automatic. The Seiko 5 Sports SNZF17 is a watch that punches its weight so convincingly that picking it up for the first time tends to produce a moment of genuine surprise. The brushed and polished stainless steel case, the rotating bezel, the day-date display, the solid bracelet with a functioning diver's extension, none of it feels like budget product. It feels like a proper sports watch from a manufacturer that genuinely cares about the object it is producing. The Caliber 7S36 automatic movement provides a 40-hour power reserve with automatic winding, offering the mechanical engagement and sweeping seconds hand that quartz watches simply cannot replicate. At 42 millimeters, the case wears boldly without tipping into oversized territory, and the lume on the indices and hands provides solid legibility in dim conditions. Water resistance to 100 meters covers swimming, snorkeling, and all the practical water exposure of an active life. The SNZF17 is not trying to imitate an expensive watch. It is simply a very good watch at an honest price, made by a manufacturer with decades of evidence that they know exactly what they are doing. The Seiko 5 Sports SNZF17 automatic retails for approximately $100, $150 USD. Number 1, Casio G-Shock GW M5610 Solar Atomic. The Casio G-Shock GW M5610 Solar Atomic is the pinnacle of the practical everyday watch. The one you reach for when you need absolute reliability, complete accuracy, and zero maintenance. And when you will accept no excuses and no compromises. Let's establish what this watch actually does. It synchronizes with atomic time signals broadcast from stations across multiple continents, including the United States, United Kingdom, Germany, Japan, and China, automatically every day, typically at night while you sleep, maintaining accuracy to within 1 second in 100,000 years. 100,000 years. You will never set this watch. You will never find it running fast or slow. It will simply be correct, always and automatically, as long as it is within range of a signal. Solar charging from any light source, indoor fluorescent, outdoor sunlight, anything, means the battery question is equally eliminated. On a full charge, it runs for approximately 7 months in complete darkness. Add to this the full G-Shock shock resistance, 200-meter water resistance, world time display across 29 time zones, countdown timer, stopwatch, and alarm functions. And what you have is the most capable, most reliable, most genuinely practical everyday watch ever made at any price approaching this one. The square case carries the heritage of the original 1983 G-Shock, while the technology inside represents 40 years of Casio's best engineering refinement. If you can only own one watch for the real world, one watch to handle everything life throws at you without a moment's thought or worry, this is the one. The Casio G-Shock GW M5610. Solar Atomic retails for approximately $99, $130 USD.